Hi Capricorn, welcome to your love reading for August 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks and you did have one jumping card. Also, when I was shuffling the decks, I did hear the word throwback. So I feel like for some of you, you will be either hearing from someone from the past, you could be bumping into them. Some of you could be hearing some type of news, maybe through another person, or something might happen to remind you of someone from the past. Now, the card that jumped for you is this one, and it is the Page of Swords. So this could be, this can be communication. All the pages represent communication, but this is about truth. This is about honesty. This could be someone communicating to you, just coming clean, maybe about why they did what they did, or maybe somebody being honest about their feelings. This is just someone being completely honest. Okay, so this was just a jumping card. I'm going to put it back. And let's go ahead and get 9 cards for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Capricorn for August. And you start off with the 2 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. 9 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. Temperance. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. 4 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. 6 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. 8 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. 2 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Capricorn. And Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it one row at a time and see what the message is for you. Let's start at the top. At the top you have the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. So as an earth sign, the Queen of Pentacles does represent you. Of course, this can also represent your partner if they are also an earth sign. What I see here, you start off with the 2 of Cups, which is the soulmate card. 2 people in love, 2 people who are very close emotionally. So I feel like many of you, you already have that partner in your life. Or you're very close to meeting them. But there's something going on here that's really stressing you out. You have the 9 of Swords. And the first thing that comes to me, I feel like some of you may be really stressed out and worried that something is tearing you and your partner apart. The 9 of Swords is an agonizing energy. It means that you have so many fears going through your head. And I feel like many of you, you already have that special person in your life. Because the 2 of Cups, it's a soulmate card, and it's the very first card. I always say the first card's always the most significant. And I feel like you already know who you love. You already know who you want to be with. But you're agonizing over something. That's clear from the 9 of Swords. You're in mental agony over this person that you're in love with. And it could be, it's hard to say in a general reading. But for some of you, I feel like some of you are worried that something's tearing you and your partner apart. And it could be either because they're not acting the way you want them to act. Maybe they're not being honest with you. Remember, you had the Page of Swords jump for you at the beginning of the reading. But it could also be that you're worried about someone else, or you're worried they're not going to commit. But I feel like there's someone very much that you are already close to emotionally. You've already committed to this person, but you're very anxious. You're very worried about what's going to happen to you and your partner. Now, on the second row here, you have Temperance, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So here, you're being told, don't panic. Temperance is all about keeping everything in balance. It's also about compassion and forgiveness and just not losing it, especially with an energy like this in the reading where you are panicking, where you are in distress, where you are mentally agonizing. Temperance is just saying, let everything pass. Everything will get better. You have the 6 of Swords, which means that your love life is moving away from that difficult energy. Whatever it is that's really troubling you or your relationship, this is moving away into much healthier energy. And I do see a commitment here. The Four of Wands is a marriage card, so it could be that, you know, if you're already married to your love partner, it could be that your marriage is strong, you're not falling apart the way you feared. But it could also be, if you're single or just dating someone, that you're on the road to commitment, or you're on the road to marriage or a long-term relationship. But you are being told, you know, here, to keep everything in balance. Don't do anything extreme because you're agonizing over your partner. Don't do anything extreme to kind of push your partner away, because you do have a message here that, even though it may not seem that way, especially in this energy where you're in sheer agony and you're imagining the worst, you are being told here that you're moving away from that. And you know, maybe in a way you don't know yet. You're moving towards something much healthier in your love life. Okay, now in the bottom row here, you have, interesting, you have an air sign, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Now, the energy around this Queen of Swords, whether it's male or female, is some type of decision with the Two of Swords. It's either a decision or an action that someone has to take. And for some of you, it can be an air sign, but sometimes these are just the energies around the person in your life. So don't think that this has nothing, it's not a message for you if you don't have an air sign. It could even be you if you have a lot of air in your chart, or it could be your partner, or just the energy of an air sign. The message is there is some type of really difficult decision or difficult action that must be taken in your love life, or you will be stuck. The Two of Swords is stuck energy. It means that nothing's going to move forward unless somebody does something. And I feel like, seeing the Eight of Wands there, which is kind of opposite energy, I feel like many of you, maybe you've been waiting for someone to speak up. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to take action, waiting for someone to make a decision. I see that happening right here with the Eight of Wands. This could be some type of communication that comes out of the blue. The Eight of Wands, it's either communication, or it is some type of, action that comes completely out of the blue, almost like the energy of the Tower. They're very similar energies, except the Tower is a major arcana. The Eight of Wands, some type of unexpected, long anticipated change in your love life, something you've been waiting for. It's here, and I feel like it has something to do with a decision. Like you've been waiting for someone to tell you yes or no, or you've been waiting for someone to show interest in you, or you've been waiting for someone to decide they want to be with you. I feel like, you're finally seeing the result that you want to see in your love life, or you're finally getting that communication that you've been waiting for. But I feel like it's been long coming, and it's been really difficult for whoever it is that's making this decision with the Two of Swords. It's been really difficult, and it's been something, this is like a really kind of touchy decision, maybe because someone's been married to someone else, someone's been in another relationship, someone is afraid of relationships. I mean, this is a complicated decision or action. The Two of Swords is really difficult. And, possibly an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone in that energy. It could even be you. Okay, let's get some more cards to see what the rest of the message is. What other messages are there for the sign of Capricorn for August? You have the Seven of Pentacles. What other messages are there for the sign of Capricorn for August? Three of Pentacles. What other messages are there for Capricorn? And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so let's take a look at this. See what this means for you. You're definitely being told here that you will be receiving with the Six of Pentacles here. The Six of Pentacles, this is you finally receiving the relationship that you want, the love that you want, but it's more of getting what you deserve than what you want. So I feel like, whatever it is that you've been patiently waiting for, but the message can also be, if you wait patiently, which is right here, if you don't let your fears get the best of you, I see you getting exactly what you deserve in love, which could be, a specific person that you want. It could be that you're finally finding your life partner, you're finding a relationship. You will have to try really hard, no matter what your situation is. Remember, this is a general reading, so it's hard to say what exactly is going on, but the Three of Pentacles is saying you will have to really try your best to fix the situation in your love life, and you have a lot of thinking to do. but not in this way. I mean, the Nine of Swords is agonizing, tearing yourself apart mentally. This is more of looking at things carefully and kind of dissecting everything that's going on in your love life and making decisions. Making decisions that are logical. I mean, it's a Suit of Pentacles, but this card always feels more like Swords, but in a healthy way. You're looking at your love life, you're planning ahead, you're deciding what you want. So I feel like many of you, it's possible that, you know, you already have this partner in mind. You already know who you want to be with. But I do see that you're stressing out over something with the Nine of Swords. You're agonizing over something. You're worried that they don't want you. You're worried they're not going to commit. You're worried it's not going to work out. But I do see in the second row, that you're moving away from all this, you know, all these fears from the Nine of Swords. If you just hang in there with Temperance, if you can even be forgiving, especially if there is something that your partner did to upset you or to hurt you. I see a commitment here with the Four of Wands. I see a commitment or marriage. And also, you know, down here, there is some type of action or decision that someone, either an air sign or it could be you or your partner, are finally acting on that brings, you know, a long desired opportunity or change with the Eight of Wands. This is something you have been waiting for a long time. But you're also being told, you know, that there's a lot of work to do when it comes to your love life, and you have to look at everything very carefully to see what you want. Either way, I see you getting what you want and what you deserve. Let's get some cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Capricorn for August? You have the Page of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Capricorn for August? Knight of Wands. Capricorn for August. And the Ace of Pentacles. I just realized I didn't get you a main energy. What's the most important message that Capricorn needs to hear from this stack for August 2018? Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is saying be cautious. This is, I mean, I feel like this has something to do, let me just move this card out of the way for the minute. With this, with the Seven of Swords, this could be you being your own worst enemy. This could be you giving into this energy right here. The Nine of Swords, giving into your fears, maybe getting really angry with your partner, telling them something you can't take back. Again, with the Seven of Swords being your own worst enemy. This could even be self-deceit, you know, lying to yourself. Saying, you know, perhaps, you know, believing your own fears, believing that, you know, they're cheating, or believing that they're doing something behind your back. But with the Seven of Swords, this can also be something unexpected happening. The Seven of Swords can be unexpected energy, unexpected action, which you also have right here with the Eight of Wands. So there's possibility of something popping up for the sign of Capricorn that you don't expect. It's also a card of deceit, but I just don't see any other cards that support that in this reading. You don't have any other energies that support deceit. If anything, it could be self-deceit. You want to make sure that you're not convincing yourself that your love life is a certain way, or you convince yourself that your partner is doing something behind your back. You have to be careful with the Seven of Swords, because it can mean that you're lying to yourself. Now, since I forgot to get one from this deck, let me do that right now, and then I'll get into the last three cards. What's the most important message that Capricorn needs to hear from this deck for August 2018? Ten of Wands. So this is, you know, heavy energy. This is draining energy. I feel like, you know, it goes well with this Nine of Swords energy. I feel like you're really exhausted and fed up with something that's going on in your love life. It could even be your partner. I mean, this is kind of reaching your boiling point where you feel like you can't take the pressure anymore. Maybe that's why you have Temperance right here, telling you just, you know, keep everything in balance. Don't push things. Don't push your partner. Try not to push yourself too much. Because remember that you don't want to work against yourself. You don't want to be your own worst enemy when it comes to love. Because I do see things getting better for you. You're going to move out of this difficult period where maybe your fears, your thoughts are, you know, really, really hurting you right now. Right? You will be getting what you deserve. But I do feel like there's something going on here where someone feels like they just can't take it anymore. They can't take the pressure. There's a burden, heavy, draining energy. Now, the last 3 cards that I pulled for you here, you have the Page of Wands. You know, the pages do represent communication. This can be good news for you. Again, you had the 8 of Wands as well, which also represents some type of possibly communication. The Page of Swords jumped at the beginning of the reading, which, you know, that is honest communication. So there is, you know, kind of like, there could be some communication coming to the sign of Capricorn that's significant. This is always good news. This is something exciting headed your way. And it could be that you're finally hearing what you need to hear from your partner. You do have the Knight of Wands. All the knights represent change and movement. And this knight is determined to get what he wants, or she. This is very fiery energy. This means you're really self-confident. I mean, this is the energy of, I won't stop until I get what I want. And I feel like some of you, you're possibly either receiving news or a message that really encourages you. Possibly later on in the month, where you come, I mean, I feel like you're starting the month, you're really stressed about this person that you love. But possibly there's either communication with the person that you love, or they tell you something that really encourages you. And you feel like, you know, they actually are going to be okay, or they do love me, or we will be together. Because, I mean, look what you have, the Ace of Pentacles. This is an unexpected, and the key word is unexpected, new beginning for you and your love life. You know, the same energy, I keep bringing it up, this is important, the 8 of Wands. Unexpected communication, unexpected change in your love life that you've been waiting for. So, again, I feel like for some of you, you're possibly, you know, finally hearing what you've been longing to hear from your partner. This could be what's been stressing you out all along with the 9 of Swords. So I feel like, you know, I don't usually read my spreads like this, but I feel like you might be starting off the month of August like really stressed, worried about your love life, worried about your partner. And I feel like you might be receiving an encouraging message from them, or, you know, they're finally telling you something that makes you feel a whole lot better. Some of them could be committing to you. This could be your energy, feeling really, you know, just drained, tired. But again, don't work against yourself. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try doing this for the sign, well, actually for all the signs, is I usually do a partner spread, the X spread, and then the couple spread for the sign that has the most views. But I think I'm going to try doing kind of like a mini X spread for all the signs. Just kind of a mini one, not the full one, because that would take too long. I'm going to be using this deck right here. And let me go ahead and shuffle. Show me the energies around Capricorn. Okay, I'm sure you heard that. There were a whole bunch of cards, not a whole bunch, but quite a few very interesting ones that jumped from the deck right away. Show me the energies around Capricorn and their exes for August 2018. Show me the energies around Capricorn and their exes for 2018. Show me the energy around Capricorn and their exes for 2018. Show me the energy around Capricorn and their exes for 2018. Show me the energy around Capricorn and their exes for 2018. Capricorn and their exes. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. I'll keep them here so that I can keep in mind if any cards repeat themselves. And we'll see what comes up for you. I'm going to show you the jumping cards first, and then I'm going to put them back in the deck. It's pretty eye-opening what jumped for you. These jumped right away. I'm just going to show them to you together because, I mean, I saw them all at the same time. Here they are. So you have the 6 of Cups, the Devil, and the 7 of Swords. So this is a repeat card because that was, you know, one of them. It was the main energy that I pulled from the confirmation deck. Here it is. So this is, you know, kind of a repeat message for you. I'll put it right there. Okay, so what you have here is, I mean, we're talking about your ex, and then your ex's energy pops up right away. The past. The past is in some way like really important to the sign of Capricorn. Remember at the beginning of the reading when I was shuffling, I told you I heard the word throwback. So I felt like, you know, the past is in some way coming back to your life. I feel like you want to be really careful. I mean, you have the devil there. And the devil does sometimes represent an unhealthy relationship. I mean, that's not going to apply to everyone. But I feel like, I mean, with these general readings, you have to be careful and kind of think about your situation, like what happened. Not everyone broke up for the same reason. Some people broke up because of fears, some people broke up because maybe you just weren't feeling it, or some people just fell out of love. Why did you break up? The devil, I mean, if it's an unhealthy relationship, if there was abuse, it could be that, you know, you don't want to make excuses for your partner, because this is a repeat card. You don't want to lie to yourself if this was an abusive relationship. I mean, the past could be, you know, repeating itself if it was about abuse in any way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever. I feel like you don't want to lie to yourself. If, you know, there was cheating, especially, you know, kind of persistent cheating over and over and over, the devil with the 7 of Swords, I mean, and then 2 times, you don't want to see that repeat itself. Now, I did hear when I was shuffling the cards throwback, but I also heard say yes. So some of you could be, even if there was, you know, cheating or misunderstanding, some of you could be taking back your partner. You know, you may be reuniting with them. But you want to pay attention, you know, that this could even be, you know, negative thoughts. It could be the past is returning to your life, but there's a lot of fears about what happened the first time. And this could also mean you don't want to be your own worst enemy and perhaps pushing someone away. Hard to say in a general reading, but let me go ahead and put these back. And let's get some cards for you. I'm just going to put them throughout the deck. And let's see what comes up for you. Okay. Show me the energies around Capricorn and their ex. The Hermit. Show me the energies around Capricorn and their ex for August. The Ace of Wands. Capricorn and their ex for August. 8 of Wands, which is a repeat card. Capricorn and their ex for August. Here it is again, the Devil. Show me the energies around Capricorn and their ex. Queen of Cups. Show me the energies around Capricorn and their ex. Ace of Pentacles, also a repeat card. Okay, so let's just leave it right here so we can focus on these 6 cards. So it's interesting that I only pulled 6 cards for this kind of mini X spread. And you have 2 repeat cards from the 9-card spread. I have them right here. I mean, these were all cards that came up for you. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. This was in the last 3 cards that I pulled. So that's a repeat card for you. You also have the 8 of Wands, which was also in your spread, and here it is. So I'll put that right there just to kind of show you that these are important messages for you. And of course, this card jumped from this deck when I was shuffling, and here it is again. So let's look at this really carefully and then see what it means. So, you know, you start off with the energy of the Hermit. The Hermit is saying there's a lot to see here when it comes to your ex. There's a lot for you, possibly even them, possibly a lot to discover. The Hermit is about seeing the truth, about seeing what's really going on. And usually with the Hermit, it's not easy to see the truth. And I mean, now seeing this spread right here, I mean, this is what you have. Seeing, you know, the Hermit, which is, you know, kind of, he's secluding himself. This is about, you know, needing time alone, solitude, to see the truth, to figure out the truth. You do have, I mean, you have the Ace of Wands right next to this, which is, you know, a really positive card. So I feel like if you are giving your partner some space, you've broken up, maybe they need time to think, you do have the energy of a new beginning. I mean, this is always really encouraging for, you know, an ex spread to have a new beginning. And this is not just a new beginning, this is a new life. This is being able to start over and erase everything that happened. But, you know, there is a message that somebody needs to figure things out. Somebody needs the space to see the truth. You know, but you also have again, a double message, or the Eight of Wands. There will be communication for those of you that are hoping to hear from an ex, hoping to work things out, hoping that you're able to stay together, get back together. Although they're going to need some space to see maybe how they feel, what they want. I see you kind of erasing everything that happened between you, and then I see either communication from the Eight of Wands, or you're finally seeing that change in the relationship. Again, the Eight of Wands is just long anticipated change. Everything with this energy, everything had been quiet. You had not heard from them. Maybe you thought they forgot about you, and then suddenly out of nowhere there's communication, or there is some type of change in your relationship. But I feel like many of you who have an ex who you've given them time, there is a new beginning around you. A new beginning, a new life, and being able to put everything in the past. Now, in the bottom here, you have the Devil, which is a repeat card because it jumped at the beginning of this spread. This can be about fears, because remember that you did have the Nine of Swords and the 9-card spread, and it came up pretty quick. It was the second card I pulled for you. Here it is. The Devil, it doesn't always have to be about an unhealthy relationship or cheating or abuse, but I mean, it could be about fears, negative thinking, being really pessimistic about your love life, maybe even being really hurt. And you also have this Queen of Cups here, who is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This can be you if you have a moon or rising sign, or it could be your partner, or it could be one of you in that energy. Although there is some negative energy there, and that could be negative energy from your breakup as well. Look at this. You have a double new beginning here, the Ace of Pentacles. And again, this is an unexpected new beginning for you. So if you and your partner, you broke up, this is a spread for those who have an ex, where there was something really dark, something maybe really hurtful, something really negative. Maybe they didn't hurt you. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. There's a strong message in these 4 cards, because they repeated themselves, of an unexpected change in your situation, an unexpected new beginning here, an unexpected new opportunity for you and for your ex. Again, that's being repeated with the Ace of Wands. There's a chance to put everything behind you that happened, everything. But the very first card is always important. Somebody needs the time and space to kind of figure things out. So it could be that someone's really confused. It could be you, because you had the Nine of Swords in the 9-card spread. But remember, you also, the very first card that I pulled for you was the Two of Cups. You already, found your soulmate. You already know who you love. And I feel, with this spread, which is focused on exes, there could be unexpected communication, a very unexpected change in your situation with your ex, and some type of very unexpected blessed new beginning for you. Okay, Capricorn, this has been your love reading for August 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.